Lyra had an uneasy feeling. For 250,000 years she had attended the gatherings, welcoming each new race and their patron to the galactic stage. Every time it had been a joyous occasion, but something about these humans had her on edge. 300,000 years ago, the followers of Duo, god of science and learning and the omens patron, had reached the stars and spoken to their god. With his guidance, they learned that at the beginning there was just the gods and the universe. Although these gods were benevolent, they couldn't agree on how the universe should proceed. Each god tried to shape it to their own image, and nothing but chaos reigned. So a deal was made. Each of the gods went to their own part of the universe and nurtured their own planet. The denizens of this world would be how the patrons would interact with the universe. Disqua also showed them the location of the new pantheon, the only place where the beings of the universe could interact with the gods from beyond their where each race would meet their patron and welcome the new races as they reached the stars. Lyra had been the first to meet Duo, and with the immortality granted her, had been at the new pantheon for the greeting of every new race. She looked at the assembled races who waited for the humans and their patron Guyana, the god of life. With the On race he guided to the stars on bioships. Kona, god of order and peace, with the Videk who helped the weak and struggling. These two had been the next to ascend, following the Omen 50,000 and 60,000 years later respectively. Since then almost 100 more had joined, from Flash Hill, a god of speed, to Carnley, a god of pleasure, all the way on the latest edition not 1,000 years ago, Broth, god of games, and now everyone was trying to work out who the next one would be, which made Bruce's representative Ultra very happy. The betting pool he had set up was going crazy and the bets spread across so many eventualities. He was winning bigger than any punter, no matter who the new patron was. From what was known of the humans, the bets had ranged from everything from Immobilis, god of endurance, to Ulden, god of agriculture, but Lyra couldn't shake that uneasy feeling, and as the humans entered the main chamber of the new pantheon and it expanded to accommodate the new patron throne, Lyra looked to the divine entrance with a knot in her stomach. It was much worse than she imagined. The divine entrance opened. The first thing everyone saw was dark white flames giving off bright black smoke, and a terrifying being strode through the door. Rigid wings clamped to its back as chains flowed freely all around it, its grayish-blue skin radiating heat that made everyone in the new pantheon shiver. And SMA, the god of chaos, born in the chaotic maelstrom the gods created in the beginning before the deal, it looked at the assembled races and screeched in a booming voice, "You thought your deal would rescue your universe from me, that without your bickering I would cease to be known. You may have cut me off from the universe directly, but I survived. I found my own corner of the universe and have created my own representatives. Unlike you who wrapped your children in padding, I chose to forge them on a harsh death world, having to fight against their very hope to scrape out an existence. And when they had conquered that planet and everything on it, I turned them against the only worthy opponent. They had left each other, and then they spread to the stars. And unlike you coddling weaklings, I didn't rush them here so they could live fat and weak in comfort. I left them to fight the cold expanse of space themselves, threw asteroids and supernovas at them, and made them recover on their own. And still they spread through the stars. Those that survived now are hardened avatars of the chaos that will once again tear down all you hold dear. The humans had been known as a tough martial race, but this new revelation put all their history in a much more terrifying light. The humans moved forward from their spot under Inmana, separating into groups that approached each of the assembled patrons. Vern, representative of Carnelia, froze in fear as the largest group of humans approached him. He knew he was doomed. Watching Inmana's telling of human history, he saw that although they were a young race, leaving them alone to face the cold void for 1,000 years after their ascension to the heavens had hardened them into a force the ascended races didn't stand a chance against when they attacked the humans. Reached Vern as he looked into the eyes of an avatar of chaos. Nothing in all the visions of destruction and pain that were flashing through his mind could predict what these destroyers made flesh would say next. Can we join you, our gods? Seemed like a bit of a dick.